Hey folks, Wayne over at the Ram Man Ink. Don't forget the ink. Hey, we got a little trouble with a client that says that the rotors don't fit. 7 or 8 years ago, we came out with the direct replacement rotors for the A-bodies. The A-bodies were offered with disc brakes, actually technically extremely late 65 on up through 72. They used the Kelsey Hayes fixed caliper system. Right here, there's a factory disc spindle for an A-body, and here's a factory Kelsey Hayes 4-piston caliper right here. So, that is the complete setup. Now, because these cars, originally they came with a 4-inch bolt pattern, and a lot of guys want to go to a 4.5-inch bolt pattern, and so we came up with rotors. You just get to slide the original ones off, slide these on, direct replacement. It's the same bearings. Of course, Chrysler used A6 and A2 outer all during that era on just about all the cars. But he was talking about how it doesn't fit and the calipers rub and all that. Now, we develop our parts, and so when we've sold like 342 pairs of something and somebody tells us that it doesn't fit, it can be one of two things. A very rare event where we've machined it wrong, or the client has a mismatch of parts, or lack of product knowledge. So, these rotors had been out for a while. This was given to me in 2012, about a year after they were developed. So, they've been out 7 years. And like I said, we've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them without any problem. But he says that these don't fit and they rub. So, I think that they do fit. But we're going to find out together. So, here's our spindle, A6 bearing. I want to take y'all along for the ride with me. See how this goes. Alrighty. We have rotor on. Are you with me? Now, there's where the caliper bolts up. It's fixed. Use some extremely special bolts, and extremely rare. They're machined just right on the shoulders on these original Kelsey Hayes, and they fit snug and perfect. Most people have lost the bolts, or lost one of them, and they're Southern Engineering. So, let's check the fit. He was talking about how the rotor's rubbing his caliper in a couple of different locations. And it'll be a first. So, hang the caliper on here. Most people that, some people think that they know Mopars and they know what's a factory component, and it's not a factory component. We run into that problem too, because of the clones and copycats over the years. I'm going to screw down these 2 caliper bolts. Okay, so we now have the assembly complete. And I can tell right off the bat that there are no problems whatsoever. So, the first thing that you got to do, make sure that the bearing spacing is correct. If you'll notice right there, let me see if you can see that. Yes, you can. You'll notice that the rotor is centered in between the caliper. That's the casting. So we have that gap there, and we have that gap right there. Centered in between the casting. Pretty doggone close. You got to remember that these are castings. They're not machine, and they'll never ever be identical. And as you can tell, this rotor spins freely, and in no way is it rubbing the caliper in any form. He was talking about how it's rubbing right here and rubbing right there, and the pistons were rubbing. So, as we can tell, there's absolutely zero interference problems. Absolutely zero. And the rotor is perfect. So, we can only conclude that either the client has the wrong components bolted up, or bolted up incorrectly, or combination of the two. He stuck these big extended studs in here. That's what the drag racers do. Yeah, about half our clients for these things are drag racers. So I knew right off. Like I said, we sold something like 370 pairs. So when they all fit, and nobody has ever told us that they don't fit, that's called an anomaly. That's what I was taught in engineering and higher math. An anomaly, a spike. So they fit, and that's the only conclusion that you can draw. To say that these rotors don't fit is a ludicrous statement. God bless you, God bless America, and happy Mopar.